dudes. So hey folks, hope yous are all well, and since the weather's been quite mild, I'm glad to see some of yous are getting out on their bikes. We're now into March, which is officially spring, but in Scotland we'll probably still get a dump of snow at one point in March, so we've got to make the most of it. So it's now Friday afternoon, despite the clock being wrong. It's telling me it's morning, obviously. So I'm just out for a little spin on the MT. I'm just going to head up to Whiteleys Wind Farm. So the weather is pretty good. Now we're in March. It's nice and dry. A little bit of ice in the wind right enough. But I've got my heated grips on, thankfully. I've fitted a set of handguards. Well, I've actually only fitted one, to be fair, on my CB500F. I actually forgot what it was called though. So I'm hoping that'll take the wind blast off the fingertips a little bit when I eventually get out on that, since it might even be winter by the time I get out. But hopefully not. So I've still been practicing the theory questions and the hazard awareness on a daily basis. Some days I'm good, some days I'm bad, but I've never failed it, so that's good. I only seem to fail it in real life, unfortunately. But these things happen. I'm not the first and I'm not the last. Had a guy on a 125 group, he was an older guy as well, guy in his maybe late 40s to early 50s, and he was saying that it took him 6 attempts at the theory to get past, and now he had a nice 600 of some description. So I'm not the only one that's unlucky. But what I began to think is, I still never told you about the mirror on the CB500F, how it got broke. So Superbike factory delivery guy dropped it off, took away the YZF-R 125. I went straight up to my work, got my own van, couple of planks. In fact, I shared it with you. So I got up to my own van, I got it in the van to take up to my work, and it's only about a mile away from my work. So, nearly missed my turn there. So it fell over at a roundabout that's about a quarter of a mile from my work. Don't see horses, weird. So thankfully the way it fell, it never injured itself anywhere else other than the mirror. So these things happen. I feel as if I'm forever saying these things happen. I just thought I'd take a little run up here today, since the weather's nice. So, superstitious. Am I superstitious? I broke a mirror. 7 years bad luck. 7 years bad luck. So some say. But I'm not really superstitious. I'll take it down to the gate, in fact. don't imagine I'm allowed to ride down there. Oh, muddy wetness everywhere. So very cool. You can see pretty far on a clear day. I've been up here before and it's been raining and you can barely see a couple of 100 feet in front of you. Very cool dog. I think I'll have a German Shepherd one day. Very cool dogs. But I'll just have to make do with the puggo that I've got now. And he is a hooligan. Just like this driver. Old guy too busy talking and pointing now. So why am I not superstitious? Well, I can't really be. I moved into my house that I'm in just now on Friday the 13th of April 2001, and the house landline number ends in 666. I can't afford to be superstitious. Oh wow, look at that view over there. I'm so tempted by these 360 cameras. They are frickin' awesome. And if you've got one at the minute, respect to you folks. Ooh, I'm in Ayrshire. It's the first time I've been in Ayrshire this year, I think. Not even been down to Largs in a wee midweek blast, neither I have. Although if I had more time I'd be right there just now. But it's not meant to be today. And since it's my birthday tomorrow, fingers crossed I'll get a wee run out to Largs maybe. Or Stirling, Dunblane. I want to actually go to Dunblane. I'm going to head up to Dunblane someday as well. I want to stick a sticker on the golden post box. If anybody knows what the golden post box is, it's a commemorative thing for Andy Murray, the tennis player, and his hometown is Dunblane, so they have a golden post box. So that's getting a Die Hard sticker on it for sure. Ooh, I wonder where that road will take me. I might actually just turn and go back that way, because I've never been that way before. So no, I'm looking forward to getting the CB on the road. I keep moving it so I'm looking at it from different angles, just so I don't get sick of looking at it. Although I've done a really silly thing 2 days ago it was. I'd moved it in work because I was moving chemical tanks about, and I jumped in my forklift and reversed and hit the front wheel of the Honda, and in turn it shunted the bike about maybe 18 inches, maybe close to 2 foot. It just slid right on the side stand and I leaped off the forklift, hit my knee on a ladder that was in the road and whacked my big toe on, I don't even know what I hit my big toe on. That was sore. And I managed to just grab the CB, but it wasn't actually going to fall over. I'd pure jammied it because it was parked pretty straight. I never actually had the bars turned to the side like I normally would when I parked. I'd left them straight. So a close encounter again. So that's once it's fell over in the van, and once it's nearly got hit with a quad bike. I don't think I told that story yet. And there it's been hit with my forklift. So the sooner I get on it, the better. No idea where I am now. I've never been down that road in my life. Look at that, can't believe it. Just back, and it's raining. New side stand extension. I couldn't actually get one for this for some reason, so I got an MT09 one. I just had to buff a bit off it. But it does the job. Hello wee doggies. Oh, it's you Lucy girl. Who's the wee barky girl? Who's a wee barky dog? Is that you? You look like an Ewok. You look like an Ewok. Hi Milo. Hello, you don't look like an Ewok. You just look like a crazy ass puggle. I'll meet the dogs, folks. This is Milo, my own dog. And that was Lucy, my mum's dog. Or mum and dad's dog. Better give him credit as well. Hey good boy. Hey good boy, you want a biscuit? You know where the biscuits are? Oh, you know where they are. And there is the quad I spoke about in a previous video. It's the Loch Lomond one, in fact. And it's a Kawasaki Prairie 360, 390, something like that. And it is an absolute nightmare to ride, to drive. Who knew? It's got a stupid thumb throttle instead of a regular run-of-the-mill twist throttle. To start with, we went to pick it up in my van. All good. Too heavy to push, so my dad opts to ride it into the van. He nearly puts it through the bulkhead of my van. Thankfully my pump that was about this sort of size, my petrol powered pump that I use for chemical transfer, was there, and that stopped the quad hitting the bulkhead. But then the next time I used the pump, did it not explode on me? There was a big crack right down the pump housing, so I've risked it and sent it back under warranty. So while he was away to Tenerife there for 10 days, my dad. This has been sitting here, so I said to him I would give it a good wash for him. So he'd gave it a quick wash himself and got all the mud off it. It really was minging. But I took it outside and I got it up on a couple of ramps and I got the jet wash into it and took all the hidden mud off it. So it came up okay underneath. But in the process of doing that, it wouldn't start. My Honda that was... that's still here, yeah. My Honda's sitting here normally, but if I need into these tanks, I roll it forward and park it right here. So when I eventually got this thing started, nearly hit my Honda. Then bringing it back in again, I nearly hit my MT that was parked here. And when I had this outside and I was trying to get it up onto the ramps, I nearly hit my van with it. that's the MT in. I've opened that big door to give us a bit more light here. Can you see the scratch on the floor? Leading all the way up to the bike. So I was lucky there. Very lucky. But these things happen. Peace out, folks. Take it easy. And cheers for watching. And also, avoid quad bikes like the plague. They are an accident waiting to happen.